Welcome back to the Story Highway, where every story uncovers a hidden truth, and every journey leaves a mark on the soul. Today's story is about a man who woke up one morning and realized the world remembered him, but he didn't remember himself. This is the man who forgot himself. Every morning at exactly 6:10 a.m., a man named Daniel Carter woke up on the same wooden bench inside a small-town bus station. He wore the same gray jacket, carried the same old leather bag, and stared at the same cracked clock hanging from the ceiling. And every morning, without fail, he asked the same question out loud: "Where am I, and who am I?" The station workers knew him well. They called him Benchman. Some felt pity, some felt fear, but none knew how he ended up there, or why he never seemed to age. Inside Daniel's bag were strange things: newspaper clippings about accidents he didn't remember reading, sketches of places he had never visited, and one photograph, creased, faded, and torn at the edges. It showed a smiling woman and a little boy holding his finger. On the back, written in shaky handwriting, were the words, "If you forget, find us." One evening, a schoolteacher named Emily Ross noticed Daniel sitting alone in the rain, holding the photograph with trembling hands. Something about his confusion didn't feel fake. It felt broken. She offered him coffee and listened as he explained that every night his memory disappeared, leaving behind only fear and fragments of dreams, sirens, screams, and a child calling Dad. Emily decided to help him. They started a routine. Every night before sleeping, Daniel wrote a letter to himself, explaining who he was, where he was, and what he had learned that day. Every morning, Emily would meet him at the station and read the letter aloud to him, watching his eyes widen as if hearing his own life for the first time. Slowly, pieces began to return. Daniel remembered being an engineer. He remembered loving puzzles. He remembered laughing loudly. And finally, he remembered a bridge. Years ago, Daniel had designed a city bridge. One night, due to a structural fault he had overlooked, the bridge collapsed. Cars fell. Lives were lost. Among them were his wife and young son, the same faces in the photograph. Daniel had survived, but his mind had erased everything to protect him from the unbearable guilt. That night, when Emily read him the truth, Daniel didn't scream. He didn't cry. He simply closed his eyes and whispered, "So this is what I've been running from." For the first time, he chose not to forget. The next morning, Daniel didn't wake up on the bench. Instead, he walked to the bridge ruins, placed the photograph on the ground, and sat quietly as the sun rose. He stayed. He remembered. And that choice, though painful, set him free. Months later, the town built a memorial near the bridge. At the bottom, a small plaque read, "In memory of those lost and those who found the courage to remember." No one saw Daniel again. Some say he moved on. Some say he finally forgave himself. But every morning at 6:10 a.m., the cracked clock at the bus station still stops for 1 second, as if remembering him. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. The Story Highway, with someone who believes stories can heal. And remember, sometimes forgetting is easy, but remembering takes courage.